Hello, welcome to First Chapter Friday, and today we're going to be reading from Spin by Lamar Giles, and he is another African American author to round out our highlight of diverse authors during Black History Month. So Spin is the story of, there's a DJ named Paris Secord who was murdered, and detectives don't really seem to be all that worried about discovering the killer. So her best friend before she was famous and one of her biggest fans kind of team up together, even though they don't like each other that much, in order to try to solve her murder. And this is one of our 2020 Lone Star titles. So we'll have plenty of copies in our library, plus all of the local libraries will have it as well. I hope you enjoy it. Still me till they kill me. Tupac, holler if you hear me. Kaya. I did not kill Paris Secord. I should have told the two police officers staring at me from across the table, though they hadn't asked. There had been other questions about the night. I answered as honestly as I could, as honestly as felt smart. Yet I wanted to state unequivocally that I was not the murderer here. Sweat made my shirt sticky, like a licked envelope, even though the tiny room was cold. You go to Cook High? Detective Barker asked. Through my damp shirt, I clutched the oblong charm that dangled from a nylon necklace and rested against my chest. Yes. My daughter was an Eagle, class of '97. He dragged a finger down the sheet in the open folder before him. How did he have a paper about me in this? Sophomore? I'll be a senior in the fall. I did not kill Paris Secord. Even rehearsing it in my head seemed too loud, too fake. I did not kill If I understand the question correctly, if I understand the situation correctly, your friend Paris was a DJ known for throwing impromptu parties in unsanctioned locations? Pop-ups, yeah. Not so much these days. Something changed with her? She got busy with her music production. My hands kneaded into each other, worked invisible dough between them. Help me understand that a bit more. I'm an old guy. That means what exactly? She made songs. The beats, sometimes lyrics, but not always. She made it all sound good together. And this was more than a hobby. She had a song go viral some time ago. Then she did it again and again. Bigger artists have been wanting to work with her. I heard J. Cole had some interest. You heard? One of the detective's bushy eyebrows lifted. Not from her? No. There hadn't been many meaningful conversations between us lately. That last real talk was just mean. More name-calling than career updates. I had a feeling some of this stuff they already knew. How could they not? Paris was famous. Maybe not that get mobbed in the mall kind of fame. Not yet. Her name rang out in Virginia, and with music heads in general. She was on her way. And now she wasn't. My hands kept working, even though I willed them to stop. Nothing was in my control that evening, not even my own body. I pressed my palms flat against the table. Stay, I shouted inside my skull, only slightly more convincing than my silent assertion of innocence. The camera just above the interrogation room door caught every bit of me acting weird while answering the simplest questions. When the cops rewatched this video, I'd look guilty. If they ever played it before a jury, I'd look guilty times 12. Is there something you want to tell us? Barker said. He was dark-skinned like me, with matted black and white grandpa hair that looked like he'd been rolling around in baby powder and coal dust. He smiled when he walked me into the room, and I remembered wondering if they found a black man who smiled so I'd forget that badge on his belt and say something wrong. Were his simple questions meant to make me act weird, like a trap? I did not kill Paris Secord. Hey, Kaya. His hands raised palms, facing me, a sign of peace. His smile twitched away. He looked as frightened as I felt. I only asked because you were moving your lips a moment ago. Moving my lips? I mouthed my words when I got nervous. I probably mouthed jury. An expert lip reader might tell them I was already thinking of a way to trick the jury because I was 100% guilty. His partner, a silent, youngish white policeman who was scary in a way I was used to, burst into the room, making me yelp. He held a box of Kleenex. Only then did my vision blur from accumulated tears that spilled over. I accepted the tissues, and oh God, Paris was gone. Staying quiet was the smart move. They hadn't arrested me. They never read me those rights cops read criminals on TV. And I didn't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing. I only knew that silence was always advised. How many movies had a lawyer yelling at their innocent client to keep their mouth shut? But there was the thing I needed to say, out loud, once, and make it sound true. I did not... Something crashed just outside the interrogation room. Shrieking curses followed. A general sense of panic soured the air inside the Ocean Shore Police Department's 2nd Precinct. Barker and his partner rushed from the room, joining a couple of uniformed officers trying to contain the destructive lunatic who should be in here handcuffed. Maybe muzzled, too. I did not kill Paris Secord. Had absolutely nothing to do with her death. But could all her so-called friends say the same? So, that was the first chapter of Spin, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you back next week.